What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you this DIY 3 Bay kennel that I put together for my dogs. Cashman, he's the middle right there. He likes to chew. I'm going to have to patch that in before it gets too cold up here. Welcome back to the channel. What we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you guys, give you a tour of the kennel. This is a DIY 3 Bay kennel. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll switch you guys around and we'll take a walk around and talk about some of the different aspects of this kennel. Now this does house 3 dogs, and it cost me about $600 to build, but we'll go ahead and take a look. Alright, as you guys can see there, we got the 1, 2, 3 bays. These are 4 feet by 8 feet bays. They all have their own doors. They are garden fence is what they are, and they're built by 1-bys. I wouldn't recommend using 1-bys out again if I did it again. Now I decided to do the whole back wall right there, make that one solid piece, because the neighbors have dogs right there, and prevents my dogs from barking at them. So that was good. Here we got Django right here. He's a little basset, but we'll go ahead and look at the back side of this. Now this is a 12-foot long. I believe these are almost 3 feet deep, and probably almost 3 in the front, or almost 30 in the front, more like 27 in the back. So we got a 2-inch drop on these. As you can see, the leaves kind of hang out there, but right here what I have is a solar light. So the light, solar motion detector light, so at night it automatically comes on. Now these are worked out just fine for my dogs there. All these 1-bys, all we got is the simple latch to put it over, a little handle, and you just unclick them. I did these little bracing here at the top. I did these little triangle cutouts to hold this steady from wobbling. Same at the bottom. These are great little kennels, a decent little run. Now my dogs, they only stay out here in the daytime, or they're in the house, or in a kennel in a house. So this isn't like permanent. They just hang out here. I do have a fenced in yard, and that's what they're running around in today, is the yard. But yeah, we got the 3 Bay going. Back up, Cashman, I mean, he's kind of tore his fence up and chewed around the top of his doghouse, which I got some lumber over here. I'll patch that and get that back down to square. It's not too bad when it's hot out in the winter, hot out, but when it starts getting cold, we're going to want to make sure that we patch that. I'm going to add some timber on the inside so I can get some hay beds in there for them. And this whole thing went ahead and it costed about $600 and something. And as you can see, I'll show you guys one thing that I did here. Get into Cashman's kennel here. So on Cashman's side, all the fence is attached on the inside, so he can't push and bust out. And his bay is the middle bay for that reason as well, because I don't want him to be able to go ahead and bust out of the kennel. Now these 1-bys, I did have all the 1-by had one crack on me, and I just double backed it right there. And then we got 3 bays. So like I said, they're all 4 by 8 bays. We have 3 of them. It's all fenced in. It's all held together with chicken strips, or not chicken chicken strips, chicken wire staples. And in the corner, I did these little L brackets so I can work with these 1-bys. All in all, not bad. It has lasted. I haven't painted it yet. I haven't put a roof on the roof back there yet, or any siding like that. This is just completely unfinished. The lumber that I used for the floor in the doghouse, to frame the doghouse, was all treated lumber. How I did that is I ended up taking and scabbing together 2 8-footer and a partial 8-footer, and I staggered them and built a 12 by I believe 28, or might have been 30, closer to 30, maybe even 32. And I built the frame for that, put the floor on, and then I framed walls on top of that. I went ahead and I built all these 1-bys. I built them in a 8 by 6 squares, and I ran these little stringers in the middle of them right here. And I put them up and I leaned them up against the board on the front door for the dog houses on the bottom there, and I screwed them in and got them all standing up straight right. And then I put the doors on, and then I finished the dog house after I got all these kennels standing. What I did is I framed those, laid them on the ground, rolled the fence out over top of them, stapled the fence onto them, and then I stood them up and attached them all to one another. Made the front bay section of the dog kennel first, and then sheeted the wall in the back, and then I moved on to the back and did the dog houses. Each of these dog houses pretty much run from there all the way over to there, right? Cash's is a little bit bigger. He runs just a touch on the inside and a touch on the outside of the third bay there. So Cashman, I believe it was turned out to be 50 something inches for his doghouse on the inside, so because he's quite a bit bigger than the Bassets. The doors I cut at a height, I believe they're 16 tall by maybe 12 wide or something like that. It's been a while since I did it. Now Cash, he's a pretty heavy dog, so he did kind of get a hold of some of this wire, but for the most part he has kept his cage intact. I made a smart move by putting him in the middle and making it to where if he pushes on the sides, that the other two kennels hold him in. I don't think that he would bust out of the kennel if I put him on the end, but I just felt a lot safer having him in the middle. Thanks for coming in and liking and subscribing to the content. Right here is the Three Bay DIY dog kennel that I put together. This is about $600 in lumber, 2x4s, 7/16 OSB, and 1x, and we got her did. And it took me probably 2 days, I believe, to build it. I built it right in the dead end of winter. We still had snow on the ground out here, so I spent a couple days out here in the cold and got it built for these dogs. So thanks for stopping in, and if you guys keep coming on in, I'll keep posting videos.